Hi, this is Jim. I thought I would answer a question I received on one of my YouTube posts. Rick wanted to know if I kept a journal. And the answer is yes, I do keep a journal with me. And it's a brainstorm list. And I do it on my electronic media. So I have it on my iPhone and on my iPad. And it's a document that's synchronized so that anything I write in that document from the iPad also shows up on the iPhone and vice versa. So this is my brainstorm list, and the brainstorm for me is one of the early stages of writing. It's when I'm like when you're working with a committee and a group of people and you're brainstorming ideas, you have a whole bunch of different people in the room and it moves pretty quickly. And ideas inspire ideas, and eventually you have a long list of viable topics up there that you can work from. Well, I do a similar thing, only I'm a brainstorm of one. So I keep this list with me. It's in my phone and it's on my iPad. And anytime I come up with an idea for something that I want to include in the book, I just throw it on the brainstorm list. And my next phase in development of the book is to take that brainstorm list and turn it into an outline. Once I have the outline, I can then begin doing the serious writing. And this lets you determine where's the low-hanging fruit, where's the sections or chapters that you can knock off real easily, what's going to require research, what's going to require illustration, is there something that's going to require charts and graphs, or is there something that's going to require photographs. All these things are part of the scheme of putting together your outline for technical writing. And just like any other brainstorm, you're going to put things in the list that don't get included in the final write-up. So, for instance, my last book had 4 Stirling engine plans in it. And when I started the project, there were 10 or 12 different ideas. In fact, I even used SketchUp and made 3D models of all 12 motors that I wanted to write up. But then as the process continued and I narrowed down the options and took some things out that were a lot of work and didn't add a lot of value, I ended up focusing on the 4. And so that's kind of how a brainstorm works. When you're by yourself, you're left to do the brainstorm over a longer period of time. So it doesn't move as fast, and that's why it's good to have those lists. And with our modern technology and the cloud out there, it makes it easy to synchronize that list so you always have it with you. Because most of us usually have a phone with us. And if you have a smartphone, you can upload the document to the cloud. And then in some cases, you can even synchronize that back to a laptop or a desktop computer, and then you can take that and you can work with it. Now I do my final work in Microsoft Word, and so how I format in Word is going to be some of the things that I talk about in future blogs, and it's also going to be part of the book, giving some hints and tips. Now in Publishing to Create Space, they take PDFs for publication. They used to take both Word documents and PDFs, but they've changed and now only take PDFs. And it's one of the difficult issues with talking about CreateSpace is they're continually improving and changing their processes and their requirements. So that means what I tell you they're doing today might be something a little bit different. And because there's so many steps to the process of writing and moving this process forward and actually publishing it, that's where the brainstorm comes in good, and that's why I've decided through this process I'm going to publish a book and show you every step that I go through for doing that. So I'll show you my my screen right here. This is my brainstorm list, and I'll read you a few of the things that are on it here. Talking about social media and how I've used that for marketing. I am not a heavy social media user by any means compared to some people that I know and some people I've experienced, but I've found some things that work for me, And the fact that you're looking at one of my videos right now, it indicates that social media is helping me make some connections. So I can tell you how I've come down to my decisions for what I use and what works for me. What else is on this list here? How we use different social media sites and how you can link those things together, doing some real practical things. The brainstorm list idea, which I talked a little bit about here. Formatting for print. How I do small parts photography. How copyright works and what you need to know about copyright. Taxes. As an author, you're making an income, and if you make enough money, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. And so how do you file those taxes? How do you create tax deductions? I have a room in my house that's deductible, and because it's an office that I use for writing. So there's a variety of things like this that are coming into the brainstorm list, and things that are going to be part of the blog here and also part of the book. Also in this brainstorm list, I have a second list in here of blog post ideas. And some of these things I've already produced, such as the writing environment, some of the tools that I use for writing, discovering and defining your motivation as an author, how to stay focused and disciplined in a routine. That's going to be coming up real soon in another blog post. And talking about the brainstorm. So I actually have two brainstorms going right now. One for ideas that I want to get out in the blog, and the other, the brainstorm that's going to become the outline for the book. The brainstorm list that will be the outline is in no sensible order at all. It's just as ideas come to me, I write them down, and then I sequence those as I create the outline. And when I start making the outline, I'm going to see some more ideas that I want to include. So the answer to the question, do I keep a journal with me? Yes, I do. I keep a digital journal, and I use the iPhone and the iPad, and that's where I track my brainstorm list. My brainstorm will become the outline for my book. Now, if you're interested in tracking my progress on where I'm at with this current project, I'm just about tonight ready to start turning my brainstorm list into an outline. So that's where I'm at with that. So I'll show you some of those results as they become available, and maybe I'll even publish them on the Facebook page or something for the people who want to see it. So I do have a goal that you can help me with. I would like to reach 100 subscribers on YouTube for this blog channel. That will really help me, and so if you can spread the word, please do. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and if you like or comment the video, that helps too. And leave a comment or a question, and if you have any questions about technical writing or about self-publishing using CreateSpace and selling on Amazon, leave those questions either on the Facebook page or in the YouTube comment section, and I will make it a point to answer those in one of my future posts. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.